How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the railway for another video of my little haul here from the Dallas area train show that I went to I went to 2 weeks ago now, almost.
Oh, the Queen Pod's over here.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago almost now. So it's been a little overdue, so I thought that I would go ahead and do a video showing everything off. So let's get into that. Okay, so first we're gonna go through this bag here. So let me just kind of move that so we can kind of go through it a little easier here. Go through that little bag last. First we'll kind of set this off here. Set that down here. So, oh Lord, everything's just falling off. Okay, we'll move this over here more. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to show off first? I guess the stuff that was all in I'll go in order of stuff that I got first, which would be these good old, here, I'm gonna move the bag actually down here. Which would be both of these Golden Bear Thomas is here. I got the little actual Golden Bear. Seriously? Trying to film a video here, man. Don't mind the kid in the background. But I got this Thomas here with a Clarabelle, and then I got, here, let me move Thomas over here. We got Henry as well, which there will be a video soon reviewing them, going into detail on them and everything. So that'll be soon. You guys are knocking everything down here. I hope you know that. Let's see. Going in that same matter there. Hey, y'all hush. Going in that same matter there. I got these two take-alongs. I got this Ben. Yeah, this take-along Ben from 2003. Some nice. It's been, you can tell it's been through a little wear, but I mean, getting it at a train show, you're gonna have those things. So we'll sit over there. I also got this Porter from 2013, which this is actually the first little thing I have of Porter. I've never owned anything of Porter because I was kind of in my little dark ages of Thomas when most of the CGI stuff. So what would be next in that order? Actually, stuff down here actually would be next in that order. There would be this right here, which is this railway accounting rule book from January 1st of 1988, which is just basically a book going through the different rules and different pages of how to do different accounting stuff in railways, which kind of tells you what mainly the book goes through and all that fun stuff. I thought that was a neat little thing to get. Yeah, the next thing is gonna be, I just moved the whole thing with my feet. The next thing is gonna be this big old boy, which I thought about doing a little separate small little video on, going through the pages and reading through it. It's just a history of, well, right there, the illustrated history of the tracks and trains of North America. Really interesting book. I've read through it already, read through some of it. It's a pretty interesting book. I have enjoyed it so far. All right, next would be this little section here where I got this train whistle here, just a little stock standard, your little generic train whistle. And then I got this. I also got this little minis Stanley here that I camera is not focusing on my hand or Stanley. There we go. Stanley was kind of one of them characters that I used to want in Trackmaster and Tomy and all that, and wasn't ever able to get it. So hoping to get the Bachman one once it comes out, which obviously that's going to be a bit. Hey, you're just going to have to bear with me with the kid in the background. Also at that would be two things that my son had gotten, which would be this little Winter Express activity book thing here, which is kind of just a little coloring book in that. And then we grabbed him this little thing here, one of the Thomas play pack things, which has this little the P42 Amtrak engine. Huh. Yeah, it's just a little crayon. I mean, obviously he's 2, he can't color very well, but the scribbles is all that matters. Actually, before that, before the minis thing and those books, actually would have been, I'm just gonna bring the camera down here because I don't want to try to pick it up one-handedly. Would have actually been this little HO starter train set that I got, which there'll be a video separately on that explains everything that's been going on with that. I've been having there was some complications with the actual locomotive, which I'll go into detail when I go to do the video. But back to the thing of what else. Let's see, let's go back in order here. Would be these. We got my son, this one right here, this Learning Curve Wooden Railway 2013-2012 Percy. That seems to be missing his eyebrows partially, but other than that, I mean, the detail's still pretty good shape. I've been keeping it in the little Ziploc bag that it came in here. I'm gonna, if I can get it back in the bag. Let's see, where's the, then I got this 2003, I'm not entirely what year exactly, but the earlier, as you can tell by the face, is the earlier, like 2003 or 2004, 2005 Learning Curve Thomas. I don't remember exactly when Learning Curve came into play, like late 1990s too, I believe. So I mean, it might be that old. I'm not entirely sure, but again, the detail is immaculate. So, immaculate detail. I'm gonna get it back in the bag here. You know what? I'm actually gonna set these over here in the background. So I'm just gonna kind of. Next here, we got a little 2-pack thingy here. We got this Wooden Railway birdie with a very disturbing face. But yeah, as a kid, I never owned a Wooden Railway birdie, so that was kind of cool to have. And the little grind cutting the wheels, make the wheels sound like that is pretty cool. And then here, we'll set birdie over there. I also got this little Sodor Shipping Company barge that I'm not entirely where it came from. Like, I've been looking it up since I bought it to see what it came in, or if it was with a set or came by itself, and I still haven't figured out what exactly it was part of. So, still trying to figure all that out. Let me get that closed up, and we'll just set Birdie in the boat over here. And then the next last thing. Actually, I kind of went out of order. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. That Iron Horses train book was actually the last thing I purchased. I forgot that was the last thing I purchased. Let me move the HO set out of the way here. Next thing, or am I supposed to say now, last thing I purchased was this big old bag of starter Trackmaster track. Which came with these two engines here came with a Salty here. There's Trackman or Tomy. This is the Tomy Salty, which I have, but evidently, obviously, this one's in better condition, and don't know if it runs yet. I haven't checked it. Mine does not run anymore, unfortunately, but I do like to have it just for nostalgic purposes because, well, the one that I have, I've had since childhood. So to have this one that might run would be cool to have to run on this track here. So we'll set him over there. And then next, one of the Tomy characters. Oh, no, wait, this one isn't Tomy. This one is Trackmaster. That I never did own as a kid would be Mavis. I never owned Mavis as a kid. So to get Mavis is kind of cool to me because I always kind of enjoyed Mavis. Mavis was one of my favorite Diesel characters growing up. So that's was cool to have to get a Mavis one. So that was nice. But yeah, that's that is everything. And everything you see here, I got for $120. Does not look $120 worth, that's for sure. But when you go to a train show, a lot of stuff is very a bit expensive. I mean, well, I say that all this stuff was actually pretty cheap. I got both of those for $5 a piece. These were $12 because he sold the tender and all that separately. So I had to pay $3 for each piece, which isn't that bad. The Percy was $3. The Thomas was $3. The Birdie and the Barge were $5. This, with the bag of track, obviously, because those came with the track, those were $8. I paid $40 for the train set, so that's obviously where most of that came from. And the cat there. The book was $5, and then the little scattered odd and end stuff was just all these different prices. So, and the minis was like, the mini Stanley was like, I paid $2 for just for this. I paid $2 just for the Stanley. So, but yeah, that's everything I got. Until October when the fall Dallas train show. It's the same train show, but they do one in January and one in October. So they do one in the early winter and one in the fall. So once fall gets here, then obviously I'll do a video showing the other ones I got, or the stuff I got when that train show hits. And hopefully it's going to be a lot more than what's obviously here. I hope that will be more stuff. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one.